I'm in the Monadnock region in Hancock, New Hampshire at the Harris Center. And I'm doing a 5-mile hike up Thumb Mountain and Skatutakee Mountain. It's a nice hike, not terribly difficult. I don't think more than 1,000 feet of climbing overall. But in this beautiful weather, it's supposed to be 70 degrees today and it's mid-October. It should prove to be a real nice hike. That's pretty cool. There's a few of those carved in some of the dead logs along this trail. We'll see if we can find the others. I always see those two. I know there's one or two others, and I seem to miss them most of the time I come up here. I found the third one. Check this out. It's definitely not a permanent installation. This is a downed tree, although it looks like they do try to maintain it. A little bit of varnish. Yeah, it's so cool. Such an artsy area. About a half-mile up the Hariskat trail, it splits. So this is a nice loop. Goes up Thumb Mountain and Skatutakee. So as we get halfway, about half-mile up here, the split happens. It's well marked. And I usually go up Skatutakee first, which is going left. I think today I'm gonna go right. So here's a split here. And let's take a right here. And this is going to be the Thumbs Down Trail. Yellow markers. And this heads up to Thumb Mountain. Thumb Mountain is a little bit of a spur off to the right of this. Spectacular views of Mount Monadnock, as we'll see. Yeah, let's not run into that. Take this little detour. I don't really think I need these poles. I'm about 1.7 miles up, around 1,600 feet or so, and we're just crossing. We're at that kind of that break point between the deciduous trees down below, the trees with the leaves, the beautiful changing leaves, and now we're heading into the coniferous forest. So the spruces and the pines, the balsam, and not as colorful up here, but there's still a smattering of deciduous trees here giving us a little bit of color. It's really cool, just within 300 feet of climbing, you kind of go from one zone to the next. Go anywhere in southern New England and there are stone walls. Up until about the Civil War, this was all grazing land, sheep for the big textile industry that was in Manchester and some of the other large cities. But after everyone went off to war, things changed and all grew back up. And you'd never know this was all pasture land except for all those stone walls. Just under 2 miles up the Hariskat and thumbs down, we get to the Thumbs Up Trail. So thumbs up goes up this way, and that's got to go to Thumb Mountain. And then I think this is thumbs down, or still Hariskat here, and this heads up to Skatutakee. So since we're heading up the Thumbs Up Trail, this might be a good time to ask you, if you like this kind of content and you're enjoying this, to give my video a thumbs up and even subscribe. It really helps out quite a bit. And yeah, if you have any questions, would love to hear what you have to say in the comments, if you've done this trail before, if you'd like to do it. It's just a wonderful trail, something you could bring your family up. You don't have to be in that great a shape, obviously, look at me. And then, as you'll see, the views from Thumb Mountain and Skatutakee are breathtaking. All right, let's continue on. Whew. It's about 3/10 of a mile to the Thumb, and man, whew, another amazing weekend. So normally at this point in the video, you know, I'd insert the drone shots, but yeah, can't do that. But I have bought a drone. I've been flying it around, and I'm waiting to get my my FAA drone certificate so that I can post drone videos on this channel. So hopefully soon, when I get to a point like this, we'll be able to get just some great drone footage. Good day to be alive. All right, so we're down at the bottom of Thumbs Up, and we get to this junction. This is where we came up. We came up from here. We came up, thumbs down. And now instead of going back that way, I'm gonna take a right and go up Thumbs Up to Skatutakee Mountain. So this becomes more part of the loop and makes for that nice 5-mile hike. All So we're getting up near the top of Skatutakee, and it gets a little kind of confusing up here. So you have the Cadet Trail. Let's see if there's a sign for it here. Yeah, there we go. The Cadet Trail heads down to Old Dublin Road. That's another way of coming up here. It's not as much of a loop, it's kind of an up and back, but it's definitely worth it. You park on Old Dublin Road. That goes down this way, and we just came up here on Thumbs Up, and then we're going to continue. This now turns into the Hariskat Trail, and this will bring us up to the summit of Skatutakee. And they just did some clearing up here a few years ago, and the view has gotten way better. It wasn't much of a view in years past, but yeah, now it's just, take a look at this. Oh man. This is where I will insert the drone video if I had my my drone license. So it'll go something like this. It'll be better. Back down to about 1,600 feet and back in the deciduous forest where the colors are just amazing. Should be getting close to the intersection with Thumbs Down, and then that's the last half a mile back to the van. And I'm getting hungry. I haven't eaten all day. So I brought the makings for a grilled cheese and turkey sandwich, which I'm gonna whip up in the old Roadtrak. Well, that does it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed this hike and highly recommend it, especially this time of year, middle of October, and it's man, close to 70 degrees. And by the way, the key to a great grilled cheese sandwich is putting some spices on the outside of the sandwich, so after you've picked it up, you can lick them off. Oh yeah.